Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
Under pressure, they got him again. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Pickett. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Pickett will look to throw it here. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Pickett on 3rd and 1. That's swung out wide to Harris. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Pickett looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick-6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick-6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Pickett. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. He gets this one to Johnson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. The Steelers at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On second down, a run with Hall. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll have a Jets first down as he gets it up past the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They go play action now. Wilson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
On the give, this is Harris. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Pickett. 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Harris running and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. On first down, right back to Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Hall again. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw is Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We don't see it miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again here, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
Pickett's throw brought in by Austin. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now 1 yard to go on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To the air on first down with Pickett. It's brought in by Harris. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Pickett. That one complete downfield to Johnson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Deontay Johnson as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On 2nd and 9, Pickett dancing, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
They'll give to Hall. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 47 yards. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. Pickett. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Touchdown! Najee Harris with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now up to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. First and 10. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down. Final minute now of the third quarter. From the 36, Wilson looking long for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
They go play action with Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On second and 10, Wilson, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. That time, multiple defenders.